I feel like there's a shift happening in my life right now, and whether it's subconscious or intentional, maybe a bit of both, it's happening. And I guess what inspired me to turn on the camera and talk was I realized that I don't need to make a super polished video for my channel all the time. You know, like, this is my channel, and I literally can post whatever I want on here. Like, I don't have to post like a super edited, super like, you know, YouTube format, if you want to call it that, type of video. I can literally just start the camera rolling and upload, even if it's like a 3-minute video, even if it's like a 1-minute video. And I don't know why I never realized I had that freedom, but yeah, I don't know, here I am. But that's not the main thing I want to talk about. I guess I was doing a bit of not deep dive, but like I was looking at my channel, and because I'm approaching, you know, the timeline, like the point in the timeline where I said I was going to start uploading consistently again, I keep looking at my channel and through my videos and, you know, was what I was uploading before, is that it? Is that the stuff that's fulfilling me? Was that the stuff that was fulfilling me? Is there something I want to do different? Like, I have all these questions in my head about if what I was doing was what I'm meant to do on here. And you might be like, Kawa, what the heck are you speaking about, like what you're meant to do here? I guess for me, I want to say like a couple years ago, I had a very spiritual experience where I had like this moment in my life, this like very specific moment where everything just like clicked for me, and everything, like I felt like I just saw everything for what it was, and suddenly I felt this innate like thing pushing me to do something with my life, with the life that I've been gifted, and I'm not sure what that is. I want to know. I feel like I'm going in the right direction. You know, everything I'm doing on my Instagram, everything I'm doing on my channel so far, you know, I don't think I'm quite there yet, but I think I am on the right path. And sometimes I look back at my videos and I'm like, oh, I feel like I should make that video private, or, you know, certain things, certain people in my life are no longer there. So many things have changed in my life. You know, I've been on YouTube since like 2020. You know, the person I was in 2020 is not the same person I am now. I feel like I've done so much growing, both intentionally and just because I'm older. But, you know, I do want to keep those videos up simply because I feel like it is kind of nice to see how much I have changed, how much I have grown, the things I've learned, you know. And a lot of people will tell me when they look at my channel, they're like, I don't really know what your channel's about. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I did make a second channel, and I think I'll do like a full update like when I'm for sure what I'm doing with both channels. But until then, all I can say now is I don't think it really matters if I do something, you know, if I just do gaming, or if I just do vlogs, or if I do both. Like, I think what makes my channel me is the fact that I have variety, that I feel like I want to feel like I can do whatever I want on my channel, because that is what makes it fun. You know, when I signed up to do YouTube, you know, even the first time I did YouTube, like, I know I've been on this channel since 2020, but I started YouTube when I was, I think, like grade 7 going into grade 8, like that summer. I have been on the platform for so long, not consistently, obviously, but I've been on and off doing this YouTube thing. And I remember when I was younger, you know, in grade 8 we had to pick our dream career. We had like this whole like slideshow thing shown at our graduation of what it is we wanted to do, and I remember I wrote down on mine to be a YouTuber. It has always been something I wanted to do, you know, since watching, you know, household names like Markiplier, like PewDiePie, like Stampy Longhead, and so on and so forth, some of these niche creators that y'all probably don't even know, but it always seemed like such a fun thing to do. And I feel like, especially lately, because of, you know, monetization and view counts and how to optimize the algorithm and all these videos telling you how to do YouTube and like how to do it the professional way, how to like build your audience, and like, you know, like when numbers are all that matters, it takes the fun out of it. And yes, like, you know, obviously I do want this to work out long term, which means I do want to be able to monetize my videos. I do want to be able to have sponsorships and, you know, obviously pay my rent so I can keep doing this stuff. But when that becomes the sole focus of the entire point of me doing this, it doesn't become fun anymore. And isn't that kind of the point of, I think that, well, I mean, yeah, that was the whole point of me leaving school, was so I didn't feel like I had to be boxed into a specific job. Like a specific, you know, do this way, this way, this way. Like, I wanted to be able to do things on my terms, do things the way I want to do it. Simply just because I feel like I'm the kind of person who, I hate being told what to do. Like, obviously, if somebody's my boss, I'll still listen to them, you know, they're my boss. But I love having the free reign to, like, kind of do things, you know, follow within the box, but do things the way I want to do it, whether it's creatively or, you know, thinking outside of the box, or, like, you know, having full control over how things are executed, as opposed to, like, having to do it a specific way that somebody else wants it to be done. I feel like I've gotten a little bit off topic. That is some stuff I wanted to address, but I guess the actual meat and potatoes of, like, what I wanted to talk about initially was, you know, I was looking through my old videos, and not even old videos, just, like, my most recent ones, because I feel like the last couple videos I uploaded were just very, like, not positive, you know. They were very not pessimistic, but you could tell, like, you can tell I was going through it. You can tell there was, like, something going on in my brain that I was like, which is why I had to leave. You know, I had to take a step back and figure out why I'm here, what am I doing, like, what is the purpose of everything, you know? And I don't want to make this channel a place where negativity and pessimism festers and grows. I want this to be a place that people can come to for comfort. I want it to be a place that I feel like I can also lean back on and look at my videos and think, yeah, this is comforting, you know. Like, I want to know that I am putting out content that I want to be putting out content that I like as well, that I would look at my channel and think, I like this person, they seem like a good time, you know, they seem like they're just here to have a fun time. Because that's what I mean, is like, there's just I think that's why we reminisce so much about old YouTube. I'm getting off topic again, oh my god. Okay, let me make this point and then I'll actually get to what I'm talking about. But I feel like old YouTube, we reminisce on that so much because before, you know, I'm sure people were sort of aware of, like, you know, the career path you could take, but initially people were just doing it for the fun of making videos, for the fun of doing goofy little challenges, you know, sharing updates about their life, making a space on the internet where they can be themselves. And I feel like that is what I am looking for. That, a place where I can be my truest self, and a place where I can help other people feel like they can be their truest selves. Before YouTube was seen as, like, an actual career path, or even social media in general, a lot of people frowned upon it. A lot of people looked at these YouTubers, these gamers, these, like, creators, and then thought, like, you know, what are you doing? You're being creative's not gonna get you somewhere, you know, it's not gonna get you somewhere in life, it's not gonna get you a house, it's not gonna get you be able to pay rent, you know. But those people, the reason those people chose that path, despite it being such a niche, like, taboo path in life, was because those people are already the kind of people who think outside the box, the kind of people who are just instinctively creative. And I think we lost touch with what it means to be a YouTuber, what it means to make content, what it means to have a platform and have that authority. You know, you are, you know, when you put yourself on the internet, I view it, especially when I was a kid on the internet, you know, now that I'm older, like, I still view it as, like, you are putting yourself out there online. People are going to be looking up to you. People are going to be trying to, you know, figure themselves out in life. And sometimes, you know, what I would do is I would go on the internet and seek out people that I look up to, because I wanted to see what kind of person I wanted to be. And I feel like that comes with a level of responsibility. But now that there's so many people, and so many people can be on the internet, so many personalities, so many opinions, so many trains of thought, it becomes so crowded and a little bit overstimulating, actually pretty overstimulating, to the point where because when everything is being said, everything is laid out in front of you, it's good because you can understand, like, okay, now I can pick what I want to believe in. But when you have so many voices yapping in your ear, especially on social media, like when you're scrolling or when you're watching videos or when you're just, like, I don't know, hearing about things through TikTok or whatnot, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot, you know? And I think what made it so beautiful back in the day was how simple it was before. And that's not to say I don't think we should share our opinions on pressing matters. Like, I think when there are certain things going on in the world that 100% need to be brought into the light and 100% need to be either defended or argued against or spoken about, I think that is absolutely the greatest thing about having the internet and being able to, you know, openly express our opinions online. I think that is very beneficial to everyone in this world. But at the same time, regardless of what you believe in, I think if something doesn't sit right with you morally, you know, through your belief system, through your values, if something does not sit right within you, and you are watching that, you know, like, or even like young impressionable people, sometimes there's gonna be voices that aren't good. And it's hard because I know if I speak about this, there's gonna be people out there who are gonna be arguing, saying, you know, freedom of speech and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And yes, that is true. I think I'm you know, I'm just gonna go and say it. I am a firm believer that not every opinion should be right. I don't think every opinion is valid. Like, I mean, that's kind of, I feel like that's a slippery slope. I feel like I'm gonna get canceled for saying that. But what I mean by that is, I think as long as you are following a path of morality, a path of fairness, a path of love, just if your goal in life is to spread love, spread peace, then I think you should have no problem deciphering through the internet what it is that you want to believe in. I do think, however, we need to start creating spaces as well as places to be openly speaking about topics. You know, we need places that help us connect back with our inner child. I think that is also why we reminisce so much on old YouTube and, you know, the 2016 era of videos and the internet. And, you know, it was because it was initially not a place, like, if you wanted to hear about things going on in the world, you turn on the news. If you wanted to just sit down and have a good time and escape the world for a bit, that is what YouTube was for. That is what social media was for before. It's a hard double-edged sword, because on one end it's good that we have platforms to be speaking about whatever, you know, issues that need to be brought into the light, right? Like what I said. On the other hand, when it's constantly being shoved down your throats and being shoved down into, like, in front of your face, there is no escapism. There is no form of feeling like you're at peace. There's no escaping that existential dread that I think a lot of our generation, and, like, I don't know, I think all the generations are starting to realize it now, that we've been feeling for so long, especially since the pandemic, since that happened. Especially with kids being online now, kids being on the internet at such an early age. A lot of Gen Alpha is probably going to be, you know, maybe they'll see this in X amount of years or something and be like, oh my gosh, this old lady is speaking about old YouTube, and, you know, back in my day things were so much better, and, you know, but I mean, I think every generation is going to believe that about their generation, right? But I think there's some truth to that. Like, I definitely think the internet has poisoned our minds a bit. I mean, quite a lot, actually. Doom scrolling and screen time, like, oh my gosh, let me just say how many times I feel nauseous. Like, does anybody else ever feel nauseous after scrolling for, like, an hour? And that's also the problem, is scrolling takes up so much time of your day that it's just, like, it's such a waste of time. And even, like, you know, I have tried to switch to watching only motivational things, only watching things that help my mind grow. But that also gets old eventually. That also starts to feel overwhelming, because then, like I said, there is no escapism. I think you need to have, I mean, that is life, right? That is what I advocate for all the time. Or, I don't know if I have it on the internet, but to my friends and people around me, they'll know. I will always advocate that life is full of balance and everything needs balance. And I think that is, like, one of the keys to life, if I'm being for real. Like, you know, if I ever one day became a monk or something, like, that is what my philosophy would be. I mean, I think that is what monks believe in. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I'm probably wrong. But also I could be right. Let me fact check when I edit this. But yeah, I don't know. This is just a little rant. I mean, I don't know how long this rant was. Let me see. I don't know how long it's been recording. Does it say? I don't freaking know. Yeah, so, you know, on a more positive note, I did just have the most amazing spa treatment by my sister, okay? She had an exam, and she was like, oh my gosh, okay. She was like, hey girly, can you like come, you know, do spa thing for me? And I was like, sure, because she needed a model to do the spa thing. So I went in and oh my gosh, my body feels like jello. Like I literally feel like jello. It was quite relaxing, and I feel like I can still smell like the spa scent on me, you know? And anyways, yeah, it was a very good spa treatment. So you know, existential dread aside, like I just talked about how I didn't want this to be a channel full of actually, you know what, I'm gonna upload a separate announcement on my main channel, but this video is gonna go on my second channel. I've already decided it now. I think what I want to do is, like I said, I want to create a space that is, you know, a form of escapism, but I also, like I said, do think it is important to highlight things that should be said out loud. So I think my second channel is, you know what, I'm just gonna say it now. The second channel, this channel that you're seeing this video on, this is my second channel. Hi guys, my name's Kawa, in case you didn't know. My KawaaDiaries one, this is going to be where I post things that I believe in, post things that I feel like need to be said out loud. This is where I will talk about, you know, my philosophical beliefs or things I feel like are important to helping you navigate life. Because not all of us have an older sister or something to be looking out for us, okay? So that is what I'll be to you guys. I'll be your older sister on the internet. Oh my gosh, my computer's like yelling at me. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna like skedaddle, but stay tuned for the announcement. This is my official announcement on this channel that I am making this channel officially a place for more serious topics, a place for more deep thought things. I'm losing my vocabulary as we speak, because I'm like, low-key, it's like 10 o'clock and I'm kind of tired. So, but yeah, this is where I'll be posting that kind of stuff. My other channel will be for more fun things, so if you're more into that, feel free to go subscribe to that channel. I'll just show you a little photo here. It's just Kawa. It's Kawaii. I go by Kawa though, so yeah, I post gaming videos, vlogs, other fun stuff on there. So yeah, but until then, until the next video, I will see you guys in the next one. This has been Kawaii, or KawaaDiaries, I guess. See you guys in the next one. Bye.